Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my Untold Moon Facts. I have the last almost 3 years studied the moon very intensely after I found out there was something called the moon's irregular behavior. Because the moon is also called the traveler because it's the only celestial body who behaves very strange, according to the stars and the sun. They are much more stable and doing things in a more orderly fashion, if you want to. The moon it has a fast lane and it's going fast from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn every 13.5 days. I have in the last 3 years by the two telescopes by pointer compass I have used the program Stellarium very intensely to see if where the moon arrived in this program, did it match with what I see in everyday life. And that's why it has taken me so long time to complete this works, because you have cloud covers and so on, so it's not always easy to see the moon, and some days you cannot see it at all, of course, and we all know that. So yes, it's with great joy I present this Untold Moon Facts. I have here a few of my own photographs, not in the best quality of the moon. I have not the best camera, but I'm trying. I made a few animations to go along with these explanation and some maps and graphics, and I hope these will enlighten you and help you to understand what the moon actually does. And it's not what they're telling us, of course. It's we all know that as flat earthers, they're not telling us the truth. Well, here we're coming up. We see the first map I made to try to explain to you how everything looks. And you see, you have the North Star in the middle, and the Tropic of Cancer and equator line, and the Tropic of Capricorn depicted here. The blue top is what I think the firmament, or aka the dome, is not so high as in others maps. And then one fun thing more is the moon is just as much out in daytime as it is in the nighttime. So you can't say the moon rules the night; it rules the days just as much. Here we have a star map from Stellarium. You will watch that later in the full calendar year, where you see the moon going in and out. And this is an explanation of what you're seeing. This map will be shown again. And here I should show the flat Earth map next to this star map, if you want to. And you can see the North Star. It's located in the center of the star map and also on the flat Earth map. So these two match if you put them on top of each other. There's no doubt about that. Well, let's take to the beginning. Every 14.5 days, the moon going from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. When it's at the Tropic of Cancer, it's lower in the sky, and it's higher up when it's at the Capricorn. I estimate as around 22% higher altitude and speed. And what will that look like? If you look out from your kitchen window, you will see the moon going from what you will call the winter solstice to the summer solstice every 13.5 days. I know I have written 14 days here, but it's an old animation. Yeah, we will live with that little error. Yeah. And here you see the moon setting is in summer, because the full moon is at Capricorn. And here you see what I'm referring to according to the solstice, where the moon moves forward and back every 13.5 days. And this is like a dynamic clockwork. This is going on for all our known time. There's no pauses is in it, and it is very simple. You can open the program Stellarium after you have viewed the video and learn more about our world. Here we have a little picture where you see it's going inwards. Not so much down as I would have shown, but nevertheless, just to try to explain what's happening. So, and you can also take a thing as the phrase a supermoon. The supermoon is just because it's near the Tropic of Cancer and lower in the sky, and therefore it will appear bigger. Then we have another very interesting thing. The moon has some month markings. Each month there's 2 days in a row where the moon have the same arrival and exit time. This is a marking of a month, and it's often, it always is located near a full moon. Sometimes in front with the date, and sometimes behind the full moon. But it's also a calendar given to us. On the moon marking days, what the moon actually does is taking 2 turns in the same circle. And this will give you a total of around 27 days from the waxing phase to the waning phase. And then we have the moon seasons. The moon has this winter and summer settings, and as you can see here, I label April the 1st as our New Year's Day. And then we have 4 pure summer months and 2 changing months with the fall, and then you have 4 winter months and a changing season again. And in these changing seasons, we have this wild weather, the fall, and these times of year it's very windy and so on. And this is simply because the moon changes its phases, where it gets its energies from, and it's swapping from the inner circle to the outer circle, and this generates a lot of energies in many ways. And you also, in this period of the changing months, you have more sun flares, you have more northern and southern lights activities. So this is the first part of it, and it will be now divided into parts where you have the moon daylight paradox, and we will take a look at the full calendar year, what the moon actually does, how it moves from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed this Untold Moon Facts and find this informative.